channel. This is Dosha with DoshaDreamsTarot, and this is a reading for the sign of Cancer. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs, or wherever you have Cancer in your chart, really. Please keep in mind, this is a general reading, so I don't think everything is going to resonate for you. If it does, that's awesome. I love that, but if not, you know, maybe it's just not your reading, or maybe there's just some messages in here for you and not all of them resonate. Please feel free to check your other placements, y'all. I do have all the astrology readings up that I did last week, as well as some general readings and collective readings. Just want to say thank you to all my returning subscribers and viewers. All y'all are awesome. I appreciate those of you who interact with my videos, drop me comments, say howdy. It really means a lot, guys. It's pretty cool to hear from you. It makes me feel like I'm actually doing something out here. And this isn't just a one-sided conversation with the void. Which is how, of course, it always starts, you know. Okay, we're going to take them. So, hold on. We're going to keep going, though. I just want to say also, cross-watchers, you are welcome here. I don't judge cross-watching, but guys, a lot of times the other characters that come through in people's readings are, you know what I mean, not the best. And so I do not hold back on, like, talking smack if I feel like somebody is, if I don't like someone's behavior or their energy coming into the space, then I will say that, and I'm not usually very nice about it. And so I'm just saying, cross-watchers, enter at your own risk, because it may or may not be about you, but I spare the cross-watchers' feelings last out of everybody because I have to pick and choose, guys. Like, I'm a mediator also. Some of y'all probably don't know that about me, but I am a conflict resolutionist. And when it comes to that, like, I really do have the ability to have compassion for all sides in a conflict. But I'm not mediating when I do tarot, okay? And I'm also not getting paid to mediate while I do tarot. So the emotional labor, guys, like, I'm not even trying to be rude, but the emotional labor, got the full card. These are really good cards, actually. I'm looking forward to doing this reading for you guys, but some of them are a little challenging, but that'll be fine. What was I just saying, guys? I was saying the emotional labor of trying to be, like, diplomatic for, like, all parties involved in a situation when I'm doing, like, an astrology reading is kind of, like, just too much. Like, I just don't feel like it's necessary. Like, what I do is I focalize on the sign that I am reading for, and they are my priority, right? That's just the way that I have to be. So, Cancer, you're my priority in this reading. And so whether or not, you know, your cross-watcher deserves compassion or whatever, or the person that you're dealing with, it's like, I'm not really concerned with that. Like, unless the cards are saying you should be compassionate, you should be this or that, right? Like, if that's the message that's being channeled to me, then I will share that with you as Spirit's advice for you or whatever. But honestly, like I said, you're my priority, so, like, I'm going to tell you like it is. I'm going to tell it to you like it is. Anyway, so I just wanted to make that pretty clear. Also want to say that gender is fluid, guys. Please don't get hung up on gender. I try and use gender neutral language as much as possible in my readings to make things more accessible and more inclusive. And it makes it easier for people to, like, place themselves where they fit without gender being a hang up. So, but if I do receive a strong message that is very particular with specific genders involved, then I will channel that message because I want to stay true to what's coming through. And sometimes it's really pertinent information, and it can help people to narrow down, like, what it is they're dealing with. You know what I mean? And can give them a heads up, or they get confirmation, like, I knew that person was shady, but you know what I mean? Now I know for sure because they're talking about this person, like, who's like this, and this is their gender, and yada yada, right? Like, it does help sometimes. But anyway, guys, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into your reading. You've got the Fool card at the bottom of the deck. And, like, guys, I'm really excited for this reading because you've got some really powerful cards coming out here. I feel like this is the turning of a new leaf, the turning of an old stone, however you want to say it, guys. Something is turning over for you now. Maybe it's an apple turnover. I don't know, guys. Upside down pineapple cake. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm being a dork. It's morning time where I am now as I'm filming this video. I'm still drinking my coffee, so I'm still waking up, and I tend to channel some pretty interesting readings this time of the day, so I like to do my readings earlier in the morning. So anyway, sometimes I'm a little weird, but so let's start off with this one, because this is the one that's just attracting my attention the most. Five of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Along with some other really amazing cards, which some of you guys can probably see some of the cards that are out right now, maybe not. But y'all, like, this is the end of an era for you. This is the end of something. Guys, I can't even with this energy because, and I mean, because it's really, really, really fucking positive, guys. Like, this is really fucking positive. The biggest thing that I'm getting is, like, this could be anything, guys, but I'm really getting this is having to do with your mindset. But this is more than your mindset. This is like your life narrative, like your life story here. Like with the Fool card, it's like you're ending like a narrative. Like, and not just a narrative, guys, but a reality. Like, it's not even just like the things you tell yourself. These are the things that actually happen to you. Like the way that your life has actually played out thus far. Like, you may have recently also, guys, I'm getting that maybe in the last, like, 5 or 6 months, I don't know why that's coming through, but maybe since, like, winter time, right? Like, January, February or something. Maybe even, like, November, December of last year. I don't know why this is coming through, guys. Probably for a couple reasons, but the reason why I'm getting that is because it's, like, over the last 5 or 6 months, Cancer, I feel like you have been really struggling, like, you've been struggling mentally, you've been struggling financially, you may be struggling emotionally. Like, this has just been a difficult time for you. And that's just what I'm getting, that it was a hard winter, you know what I mean? And now it's like you're coming out of that funk, right? And it's not just a funk, guys. Like, this is the kind of stuff where you, like, cry yourself to sleep at night. You know what I mean? Like, that's the energy that I'm getting, Cancer. And I love you so much. I'm sorry, honey, because it's been hard, you know what I mean, for a lot of people. And, you know, so you're not alone in that. But also, your unique experience with that and how you feel is actually, like, just, there's no devalidating that. There's no, you know, I feel like you deserve compassion for that. And it's not just like, oh, it's been hard for everybody. It's like, no, honey, it's been hard for you, Cancer. And like I said, you're my priority in this reading. So, like, I'm just saying that I can feel that for you. And I'm just sorry that you went through a difficult chapter. You know what I mean? But here's the amazing thing, guys. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm talking to you guys like that. I'm just being funny. Because it's like, okay, here's what I'm getting. This is what I'm getting. I'm so excited about this. Because what I'm getting from this is actually, like, you've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. I'm not just going to hold on to it and, like, feel it for the energy. Because that's been happening a lot lately, is I just feel like the energy is really coming through the cards, and I'm just like, whoa, crazy. But so anyway, it's funny, guys. Like, the energy flow changes so much where it's like I'm getting messages more, like, physically, like, viscerally, where I'm like, oh, wow, I can actually feel that. Or it's, like, very logical, or, like, I don't know, guys. It's just kind of cool to be able to share with you guys the way things flux. But lately, it's been energy coming through the cards lately, which has been really, really, really helpful and awesome. Very interesting, making things more potent. So, guys, this is happening just, like, out of nowhere. Like, this is what it feels like to me. This is so cool because this is not out of nowhere. You've been working really hard on changing your mindset, changing your energy, changing your circumstance, whatever it is. Like, you have been putting an effort here. Okay? I don't think that you haven't. But it's almost like something flipped it upside down. It's almost like, okay, imagine you're stuck and you're just like, God, this is drudgery and this is, like, really painful and difficult and I feel heavy. I feel like, you know, I can't eat enough food. You know what I mean? I can't drink enough alcohol. Like, whatever it is, guys, I'm sorry. Like, that's just coming through is, like, just trying to cope. Just trying to cope and just feeling like you can't change how you feel. No matter what you do, you're just feeling really, really stuck, okay? So, guys, it's like somebody flipped your world upside down. When I say somebody, I mean, like, spirit, more than likely, okay? More than likely, it's spirit flipped you upside down. And you're just like, whoop, and you just fell right out of it. And you're like, oh, holy shit. I just woke up today and like, I don't feel like I did yesterday. Like, I don't feel the way that I did last week or this last 5 or 6 months. All of a sudden, I feel like the sun is shining again. Like, all of a sudden, I feel like I can relax the muscles in my body to, like, enjoy my surroundings. I'm, like, playing with the dog more. You know what I mean? I'm, like, I'm taking my shoes off in the grass and shit. I'm sorry. This is just the energy that's coming through. It's really exciting. So, seriously, guys, something has changed here. Something has dramatically changed here. And all of a sudden, you're like, I can breathe again. You know what I mean? Like, I'm breathing deeply. Some of you guys might have allergies. I'm sorry if you do. Maybe you're not feeling that way. Whoa. I just got a really intense ringing in my right ear. Wow. Wow, guys. I'm sorry. I've never gotten a ringing that intense. And it's still going. Like, it's... Whoa. Okay. You guys should drop in the comments because I don't remember, but I know lately people have been talking about, like, if you hear ringing in specific ears, like, what it means. So just ring in my right ear. I don't know what that means. I could look it up, but we're going to keep moving with the reading. I think that was significant for some of you guys out there. I was like, so what did I say right before that happened? Some of you guys might have allergies. You might not be breathing that well. It's a physical thing. Well, it's not a physical thing, guys. It's an energetic thing. What I mean is that your shoulders feel lighter. You know, you feel less heavy for whatever reason. Jesus, okay? Thank Jesus. I don't know what is coming through here, guys, besides, like, this is... Something is shooking you up, and it's surprising the shit out of you. Like, all of a sudden, you're like, dude, I actually feel good today. Weird. You know what I mean? I actually feel like I've crossed some kind of finish line here with the Six of Wands. You're like, I feel like I made it through that. You know, you're like, I actually feel like I've crossed some kind of threshold. I feel like I actually made it through that. Something has changed. I can feel it. It's like a milestone where all of a sudden, like I said, it's like you wake up in the morning, you take a deep breath. You know what I mean? And you're just like, wow. I'm happy to be alive today, you know? You're like, I can see the colors more vividly. You know what I mean? I can see myself more clearly. I'm proud of myself. People are proud of me. I've succeeded at something. And this could be, guys, this could be more than just an energetic feeling that all of a sudden things have changed and you feel better. You could have actually crossed a milestone, and that has relieved a ton of pressure. Like, it could be a financial milestone, like I said. Either you got a promotion, you got a new job, or you successfully got your business off the ground, you're generating your own income, something like that, okay? Or it could be, like, some type of emotional milestone where all of a sudden you wake up in the morning and it's like, you want to, make breakfast and get dressed for the day and, like, you know what I mean? And live your life to the fullest and shit. Like, all of a sudden, like, I feel like it's just something shifted and you're like, whoa, I feel way different, like, about my life now. Something has changed. So that's the really, really cool overall message. Like, the overarching kind of theme of this message is very clear and very potent and awesome and inspiring in a lot of ways too, guys. Like, I hope that cross watchers are inspired by you. This is cool. And it's also inspiring because it's like, guys, what I'm getting here is like, yeah, you did put effort into getting to this place, even if it was internal and you didn't even know you were doing it, and you were slowly inching your way to this breakthrough, and all of a sudden you broke through and you're like, damn, I feel like I was just stuck in place for that long, and then all of a sudden I'm like set loose, and it's just an amazing feeling. But like, secretly behind the scenes, you were slowly inching your way out, you know what I mean? But you just didn't know it because it was so difficult. But in this case, it's almost like, what am I getting here? Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Because I was waiting, because there's these two cards sitting here that I've been waiting to address, because I wanted to see, first off, how they fit into this really awesome message we're getting. And also if it was cautionary. And I'm not really getting a whole lot of cautionary, guys. This is actually just to balance things out. So you got the Ace of Swords in reverse. Now, the reason why I think this is here, because this is the messages that just started coming through for this, is that I actually think that some things have not been very clear to you. This is what I'm really getting more than anything, is you haven't really been seeing things clearly. And this is part of the reason why this feels so brand new to you, or why this feels so out of nowhere, because that's the energy I'm getting here. Is it's like all of a sudden you start to realize, maybe it was slow at first, you start to realize, but you're like, wow, I'm like waking up in the morning and I'm not like groggy, I'm not like angry, I'm not, you know, dreading the day. Like, you just, it started slow, but then now all of a sudden you see it and you're like, whoa, I actually I just feel differently than I did before. I feel a lot better. You know, this is part of the healing that is taking place for you guys right now, that you couldn't see your way forward. You couldn't see the end of the tunnel. You couldn't see like the milestones, the little mini milestones that were happening while you were in this headspace. And it's like, because in a way you kind of put it on the back burner, or you kind of tucked it away and said, yeah, that's just the way things are for me right now or forever. I don't know how you guys were thinking about it. You may have thought to yourself like, well, fucking A. Guess this is just the way it is. And so then you move forward, you know what I mean? You said whatever, and you kind of like, wow, I got this image of you putting your sword in its sheath and forgetting about it. Just saying, okay, you know what, I sheath my sword, I give up, basically, you know what I mean? And I resign myself to just move forward with or without this baggage, this emotional turmoil, or this, you know, lack of income, or whatever it was, guys. You put your sword away, I feel like. And Spirit's saying that this is coming as a surprise to you, or it's feeling like all of a sudden for you, because you didn't map your way, which this is actually kind of a cool thing, guys, because now you're getting to experience what it feels like to almost come up for air and get a fresh breath of air. It's like you didn't even know you were underwater. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? You didn't know when you were going to reach the surface of the water. It's like you were just swimming up, and you were just like, well, I resign myself to just swimming and holding my breath, and I don't know when I'll get to the top. I can't see where the end is. You know what I mean? I don't know if I need to swim harder, faster, if I'm going in the right direction. Like, that was kind of the energy I'm getting for this healing process for you, is you were just kind of floundering. I'm not gonna lie, guys, and this is not like to make anybody feel any sort of way. It's honestly, sometimes it's all we can do. Sometimes it is all we can do, guys, is just to keep moving forward, whether we see the end of the tunnel or we don't. We're just like, look, I just need to continue. It's almost like, wow, I'm getting a lot of imagery right now, guys. One of the images I'm getting is somebody in battle, and there's just like a army of people in front of you, and you don't know, like, there gets to be a frenzy point. This is crazy, guys, because I've obviously never been in battle. I mean, maybe I can't say obviously, because a lot of people still do serve, you know, and end up in combat situations, but it's not the same thing as a fucking sword drawn battle, okay? Nobody does that shit anymore, so don't even get at me. But at least I hope not. I don't think that happens anymore, guys. Lord, I could be wrong. I don't even know anymore. The world is so crazy, but not in the way that I'm envisioning it, okay? This is about times of old. This is about our ancestors, okay? So I'm getting this image of somebody who's in battle, and it's like there comes this point in the battle where at first it was pretty clear who your enemy was and who your ally was, right? Because you're both coming from different sides. You know what I mean? You're more than likely wearing different uniforms. You're wearing different colors. Some way to differentiate yourself from the enemy and from the ally, right? Your army, your comrades, your people, right? And at some point in the battle, things get so fucking crazy, and y'all are so mixed together that you don't even know who's your enemy and who's not anymore, because things are moving so fast and you're just having to defend yourself and protect yourself. You know what I mean? and people's helmets are falling off, people are fucking dying, like, you know what I mean? I'm literally getting the image of you just in this fucking melee frenzy, Cancer. I don't know why, guys. This is pretty intense. I hope this is not too intense for some of you guys out there. But what I'm getting is just swinging your sword wildly, being like, okay, I don't know who my enemy is and who my ally is. All I know is that I'm in fight or flight mode, that everybody around me has a weapon and is trying to kill somebody or me, and this is just basically out of control. You can't see clearly, right? You don't know where to swing your sword, how to defend yourself. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Is like, there's certain situations where that you just can't see your way out, and you don't know how things are going to work, and all you know is that you need to survive. And when it comes to this Five of Pentacles, like, I'm literally getting that some of you guys might have had a really difficult winter. Like, you may have actually been out on the streets. You may have actually been trying to survive in really difficult circumstances. You may have been having to face situations and people here, guys. I'm going to address this, the Six of Pentacles in reverse. You may have actually been having to deal with people stealing from you, okay? Or non-reciprocal relationships where you just invested and put your energy into the wrong people, or there are people who just didn't give back to you the same way that you gave to them, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Be honest with yourself if you did that to people too, right? But what I'm getting here is it's like you may have had to defend yourself even from relationships. Like, I feel like you weren't, because of this stuff, I feel like you weren't even actually able to receive properly or give properly, you know? And I think that this is one of the things that needs to come back into balance, as well as your ability to see things clearly and see clearly who is your enemy and who is your friend, okay? I think that's a big reason why that came out, is not just because of this idea of you being in a state of fight or flight, you know, survival mode for some time now, and you're finally coming out of that, but you still are carrying in a lot of ways. I think, guys, this is kind of this, because you have dropped a lot of burdens emotionally, energetically, financially. I feel like things have gotten better for you, but I think these are the two things that Spirit is saying you may have to still work on, right? So the ability to see clearly your way forward, right? So you're not just wildly, you know, trying to kind of, I'm also getting like push buttons and pull levies. I don't know why I'm getting that, but it's also like, you know, just kind of like being like fumbling through the darkness. I don't know how to make this thing work. I don't know how to get what it is that I'm looking for. I'm just kind of wildly trying everything, you know what I mean, until something came through, something worked. You know what I mean? But it wasn't very calculated. It was just kind of like, I got to try something, you know what I mean? So you might have tried your hand at a lot of different things also over this winter, trying to figure out what works for you. And at some point, guys, you have hit some kind of milestone. Something worked for you, okay? But Spirit's saying, now that you're in this place of success where something has worked, now is a time where that you can actually slow down and experience this and allow it to heal you and allow it to make you feel more at home and more relaxed, and be able to be kind of like you can let your guard down to a certain extent. You can let your hair down a little bit and you can relax. You know what I mean? And you know, it's funny because what I got was you decided to put your sword in its sheath, okay? Which I think is really interesting, because then I got this imagery of you like using your sword super wildly. So what I'm actually getting now is, here's a couple different things, but I just wanted to address that because it just came back up again. But like, I'm also getting this image of like deciding not to fight and instead to flee, right? But then I'm also getting like, because you didn't know, like I said, because you've been defensive, I think, against like all people, that it's almost like you in a way are like nervous about connecting with other people because you're afraid that you're just gonna push them away. Because you've been in this fight or flight mode with people. So I think that's one of the things that you're concerned about. That's one of the areas that you can work on, as far as seeing situations more clearly, knowing when to use your sword and when to put it away. Okay, this is just getting back in balance with that. That's why I think this is here, is getting back in balance with your relationships, the way that you give and the way that you receive. And channel this really good energy into that, and realize that life is a gift, and people being in your life is a gift also. And the fact that you're stepping into this new era, I know that it's a little scary because, like I said, you're kind of like, whoa, like all of a sudden I don't feel like shit anymore. Or all of a sudden I feel like I actually like am enjoying being alive again, which is like, you know, guys. So I have this candle over here, and it's a soy wax candle with like hemp wick, and the name of the candle is Spring Fling, which is just kind of cute and silly, but I just looked over at it as I looked back at this, and I was like, guys, it's springtime. Like, I'm just getting here that, like, your energy is picking up partially because of the season change, because something has changed in your life. You're feeling better about life. You're doing better in your own, like, circumstances, whatever it is. And this may be a time where that, like, there are opportunities for you to connect with other people. You know what I mean? You may have like a spring fling on the way. So Spirit is giving you a heads up saying, hey, you may still be a little defensive or a little bit nervous about relationships being out of balance. And you may also still lack a little bit of clarity as to who you can trust and who you can't trust, right? So you may end up either swinging wildly or putting away your sword and resigning yourself to just trying to navigate yourself through the crowd to get the fuck out of there. Whatever it is. Spirit is giving you a little bit of like a, hey, nudge, nudge, you are feeling a lot better now, and your energy is in a way better headspace, and like you're just actually moving in a different direction in your life. So here's a couple things that you, now that you have this energy, this momentum, that you can actually address now, because you're in a way better space to address this sort of thing. So you can address it, and then that way moving forward, you're going to be in a much better place to actually receive with open arms the things that are coming towards you, which very well could be, you know, like some cool connections, you know, love connections, friendships, whatever it is, you know. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave this here. And I say that because I usually pull like a bunch of oracle cards, and like sometimes, guys, like the spread can get pretty crazy, but like lately it's been really simple and like just small amounts of cards, and I hope you guys are enjoying that, because I'm just going with what Spirit is giving me, and lots of messages are coming through for like very few cards lately. So I just hope you're enjoying that, and if you do and you did enjoy this video, please do interact with it, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate those of you who do. It really means a lot, because you know, it's like a free and easy way to support people, and it helps get my message further, and it helps, you know, the algorithm pick up on my videos and stuff. And so that way more and more people can hear these messages, and it'll hopefully get to the people that it's meant to get to. So even if it didn't resonate with you, but you just like my energy, or you just like me as a reader, you know, it really means a lot when you guys like the videos and stuff anyway. And I do that for the people that I appreciate. So hopefully, you know what I mean, it reciprocates itself, because I'll like people's videos automatically, just because I'm like, I at least know that that does something for you, you know. Even if I don't resonate with the reading today, I still just like you as a reader, and I have resonated with your stuff in the past, so I know that you're on point, and I appreciate you, and I know you're doing God's work or whatever. This is the Lord's work, and so I go ahead and click that button. Anyway, appreciate you guys. If you need a dream interpretation, that info is in the description box below, as well as my donation links if you want to drop me a donation, which also means a lot, guys, like especially right now, like it's just been really hard financially. So, you know, when you guys you know, do little things like that, it really means a lot to me. And you know, it does. We help feed each other that hope and faith in humanity, and you know, all that sort of thing. So I appreciate you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. But thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye, guys.